Hello and welcome to today's daily educational video here at Forex.Academy. I am of course your host Robert Blackwell and have the pleasure to walk you through today's daily education. Before we do so, please consult the following disclaimer. There is risk inherent trading in the financial markets. And let's move on to today's daily education and the content of today's educational webinar. We will be discussing trading cryptocurrencies. So a very new, very complex asset class that most of us are familiar with now. They're providing us with a lot of price action to trade, and they're starting to trade quite technically given the volatility is starting to subside. So let's delve into looking at cryptocurrencies themselves. They are digital currencies tradable in some regions in lieu of cash. So basically, over there in Australia, in Asian markets, you can actually shop, do your grocery shopping and pay for some of your products in Bitcoin. So they're starting to become much more widely accepted, and that is leading into the fathom that they're going to become a well-transacted asset class in the future. They are tradable on private mining exchanges online now and entering into the financial markets as CFD and futures contracts. So if you do have your trading platform there with JFX, of course, you're able to trade. We'll look at the charts now. You're able to trade things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and many other products there in terms of cryptocurrency. So they are, I suppose, gaining wealth, gaining a level of experience in terms of actually establishing themselves as futures contracts and CFD contracts. They are tradable 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. So because they're not necessarily on an exchange, on a particular futures exchange or say, for example, a stock exchange, they are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, fully tradable online. They are quite volatile, and obviously we've heard, and seen the movement in Bitcoin pricing there early December 2017 there, just into the winter months. We've seen Bitcoin rise from around $10,000 the whole way up to $20,000 before retracing to around $8,000 as well. So very volatile momentum. It was leading some speculators to believe that it was leading on towards that bubble speculation, and of course trading quite rapidly in terms of the volatility there intraday. But that provides us with opportunity, of course. One concern is that large percentages of the market are owned by very few big players. So just think about that logically. If a large part of the market share or market cap is owned by some very large big players in the market, if there is going to be some news established to the market, perhaps regulation, which will hamper down on using it as a transactional currency, well, the impact that those big players can have in necessarily dumping their Bitcoins or for whatever cryptocurrency they may have, of course, will have a severe effect on pricing. And certainly many of those analysts behind the Ethereum model believe, of course, the technological growth is quite substantial in terms of the blockchain technology for Ethereum. That is one reason why it's driving its price so speculatively. And as of yet, we're not actually able to take short positions in the cash market itself. But that's okay. Of course, we're able to short the futures market. And of course, we're able to short sell the CFD market, which we all look to trade for that price speculation. Let's move on then to our JFX trading platform, where we can actually see a couple of markets that we're fully able to trade on the platform itself. The most popular, of course, is the Bitcoin. And as we look across the daily price section, we can see that, well, it simply offers us quite a bit of opportunity here. It's traded up around to highs there of around $10,000 before retracing, of course. But look at the price action. Guys, look at the opportunity here intraday. There's a lot of movement intraday. There's engulfing candlesticks to the upside before causing some speculation to the upside with further momentum. So there's quite a lot of trading opportunity there in terms of simply trading the price action. Again, when we zoom out on the price action itself, we can see, well, recently we've had a lot of volatility in this market and it's now starting to subside. So that would tell me that because the real fear, the uncertainty is coming out of this market, the volatility is starting to come out, it's actually much more user-friendly in terms of trading this market at the moment. And you can see with the price action, it trades up and down, much more like a Forex market almost than a speculative bubble market. Moving across to Ethereum, it shares the same premise, of course. A lot of these markets are because of their structure, of course, quite correlated as well. So you might be able to pick some trades across the sector here in looking for Litecoin, Ethereum we have on screen now, and Bitcoin as well. Again, some very nice short-term trends in this market. So one of the factors that I would like to discuss, particularly with Ethereum as well, is that it's establishing these lows, and it is, I believe, around $6,000 in Bitcoin and around the 370 mark here in the Ethereum. And it is actually quite a technical market, meaning it's starting to trade across the technical perspective of support and resistance and some of the indicators, the technical indicators that we all use as well. So do look out for some technical trades just across these markets. And then last but not least, on to our Litecoin market. It is, of course, the base market in terms of being priced at 135. It's quite cheap to the other markets. Again, this is starting to trade a little more technically, albeit it is looking to trade to the downside. But just in terms of speculation from day to day, this might be something you'd like to invest and get involved in, because there is, as you can see, very good price speculation across the cryptocurrency space. So that brings us to the end of our daily educational video here at Forex Academy. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.